Hello there, everybody. Welcome on into today's video. Greatly appreciate taking time in your day, swing on over and checking it on out. We have some more GFRIEND. We're going to be doing some dance practices. Dance practices number 3. Basically, it's the dance practices from these past albums that we have been listening to. There are 6 videos in this one versus the normal 5, but I don't think it should cause any problems or anything like that. So we should be good. But I can't wait to see some of these because you know I love good dance practice, love a good choreo moment. So we're going to be exploring those today. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing some radio performances for some of past songs that we haven't heard yet, / I want to re-listen to, or another version again. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing some fun little variety fan-made videos. Then on Monday, we're going to kick off kind of like the remaining albums. We'll be doing the next set of MVs and albums over the next like 2 weeks. And then we have just a few more things to explore. We're going to do some lore videos right after we get done with all of the albums. And then we have their Killing Voice. And I have a couple wrap-up videos. Literally it. My estimation on when we're going to be wrapping up the GFRIEND deep dive was kind of correct. I'm thinking it's more going to be first week of June instead of end of May, just because I have a couple of extra videos I've added in. So we'll be wrapping it up at the beginning of like June. And then I'm going to take probably a couple weeks, and then we're going to start exploring BBZ. So very excited. That's it. That's the news. Today, what we got? We have Sunny Summer MV choreo version. We also have Fever MV choreo version. We are going to watch those today. We have for dance practices, Sunny Summer, Sunrise, Memoria, and Fever. So we're going to do all of those. That's it. That's the video. I don't think anything's going to get blocked, so we should be all right. But if any chance there is something, it'll be over on Patreon for you for free. Unfiltered. But I don't think we should have any worries on this. But ready to go. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's go. All right. No CCs. We're going to turn up the volume. Let's play. I always love their like circle formations at the beginning. I have a couple of those like that. Shinbi. Oh, I like the switch. Love it. Love the red hair for Yuju. It really looks so good. This song's such a bop. It's so fun. The rotation is great. Still with the MV version, choreo version, I still feel like I miss choreo. Love a little kind of like domino almost. That's cute. I feel as though Sunny Summer, and it's just based off of like what I've seen from the MV and then this, It's not as complex of a choreo as they normally do, but it makes it fun. Like, it's a little bit more fun for the, like, summer bop. Oh, I want to see that pulled out. That little switch there. I like the transition there. That was a good little transition. Still, though, like I said, for me, Sunny Summer doesn't feel as though it's a very difficult choreo for them. They've had many, many more choreos that have been a lot more complex, but it is just fun and it fits the vibe of the song. Like the little movements they do, like the little hand moves, they do like kind of like that little foot move, like the jump almost. It just overall fits the vibe of the song, which I like. Though I do want to see this pulled out. There's a couple of moments that I'm like, ooh, I really think that like this is a cool little setup that they're doing, but they kind of pushed in even with the choreo MB. So I'm excited to see like the full kind of like dance practice here. I love that bounce. Ah, so good. I love the hand movements in this choreo. They're so clean, like so clean. And to be that on point. Once again, they do that circle. It's almost like a clock. I wonder if they do it on purpose. Poor Sawon just has to like make sure she doesn't like smack into the pillar there. Vocal right there. It just sounds so good. Her cadence, so catchy. A lot of movement in this choreo. A lot of them are kind of like running, not running, but like moving to different spots. This song is just so catchy to my brain. That little kick move too. Fever's great. And the difference between the two choreos, wild. Oh, that makes more sense. Hyundai. Like the difference in the two like songs, where Sunny Summer definitely upbeat, a little bit more playful choreo, where Fever has that little bit more hard hitting. They're moving a lot too. And I'll notice it more with the static shot here, how much movement they have going on. Because there was one time I saw Shinbi like start in like one side, she moved all the way around to the back. Same with Yuju. Yuju was moving around. Poor Soan like kept like having to like make sure she didn't run into a pillar. And same with Anhai. I saw her one time like check herself, make sure she didn't like step right into it or like kick it. That makes more sense though. I was like, why didn't they like? I was wondering if we were going to be doing the same thing with Sunny Summer, where we're going to be switching scenes back and forth, but we just kept it. But with Hyundai, like they just were like a sponsor to an extent, and so that's why they're like two vehicles just chilling behind them the entire time. Yeah. Can't wait. I'm very excited for all these little choreo videos, these little dance practices. I do have to turn it down. Yeah, like I'm circling around. Jay's adorable. I cannot. A little hat on. They're just bright, refreshing moves, like that little hands. Yeah. Well, I like that little transition there with Soan coming up. Ooh, yes, that little slide. Yes. Jimmy's shoelace on time. Yeah, it's very bright. With like the hay there. I like that. That's a great little move. With one of them starting, and then the others joining in. The little hand move. It's very much a different, playful choreo. With them, like, sideways. They do great rotations. Like, rotating, you know? Love these little hand moves. Yes, this. The step out drop. And then the switch right here. Between Yuju and so on. like I said, great choreo. It's so fun. Very different than a lot of the other choreos. Um, they make great movement though. Like even though it seems like a little bit more on the toned down side of their choreos compared to other ones that we have seen, they make great space. Like there's a lot of rotation, so it doesn't get I wouldn't say bland, but it doesn't get just the same thing over and over again. You have all the members kind of rotating through. I love how they're rotating everybody, and the way that they do it is really nice. It's very pleasing to the eye as they're kind of rotating, and the switches that they do from the front to the back. Someone did it quite a bit, where she would be in the back and then she would switch, kind of like move up in between. We've seen that a couple of times with some other choreo where they have like that one member in the back and then they'll switch and start like their piece and then they'll kind of like all rotate again. Um they do very much, and this is exhibit A right here. They do a lot of that circle formation. A lot of it. It's very interesting to me. Like I don't know in my brain, no, like lore wise, I feel as though that's some kind of connection to potentially to like their lore. You know, like you have the circle of time. We've seen that a lot. Like time is a big kind of like aspect in a way for a lot of pieces in their MVs, and how like it almost represents like a clock, you know. Very interesting. Or a flower, something blooming, like that type of symbolism. Very interesting. But I'm excited to kind of see these other little choreos. But this one, they start on the floor in a circle formation. You know, as one does. Yeah, see? I would love one day if they had done a practice choreo and have the up top of that. But it just looks so clean. Oh, I like this little V formation where they don't have somebody in the back. They all are in that V. Once again. Yes. I love that switch. Great switch. Yep, once again. They do that so well. The switch in their choreo. The little lift music is so cute. I cannot. Yes. Love this. Love that whole little bit. Love this little stance, like them dropping down for Yuju's high note. That, oh, little switch there. Also, Anha just going off. Yes. And then they dropped into the same formation. Wild that they started in. Those are great. I love how that just kind of ties together with the with that whole beginning piece with the circle, them kind of laying on each other in a way. And then they end in that same formation. It's a little bit more back, but they end in that same movement, like wild in this in this choreo though. There was that one part at the end. I'm pretty sure I just definitely was so on, but I'm pretty sure it was also Umji on the other side where they like literally switch sides so quickly during Anha's high like note, her little run there. They just like all of a sudden were whew, just slid right over. That was wild. Once again, they were masterful on being able to highlight each member in the choreo through those subtle little switch movements. We had it once again, like in here, there was several times where somebody would be in the back and then they would switch up or move from like a side into the middle, which is really nice. They do, of course, highlight on the sides as well a lot. There was a couple of times with Yuju, not just in this choreo, but in like Sunny Summer, she did it as well. And some of the other members too. And then we'll get like that side highlight, but they try to like highlight everybody in the middle, which is very, very nice. There's some really good stuff. It'll be interesting. I love a good diagonal. Looks great. See? Like this. Having So on there and then everybody else in that diagonal formation. Yes, love a good that step out. Ooh, nice layer. Like leveling. Ooh, nice. They have great, these lines with the hand movements. Yeah. I've been doing that on almost every single choreo on this back half. Love a good domino. I really like that. That's really nice. Having Anha and Yuju in the middle and the other two on the sides there. Before we get into Fever, this one, not Fever, Omoria, great. For me, it seems as though a lot of their hand movements, it could I could just be overthinking this, but there's a lot of hand movements that look like a clock. They do like those like ticking kind of hand movements. It would make sense if they're trying to reflect back on some of previous choreo from debut time, um, with that kind of interesting little hand movement. They did quite often throughout that choreo, which was a nice little touch. Once again, ton of movement, great movement. One of my highlight pieces, though, and it's just so simple but unique also in a way, with Unha and Yuju standing in the middle. Unha is a little ahead of Yuju, and then you have Yuju a little bit behind doing her little run there underneath. But then you have the other two on the sides. They're doing similar choreo, mimicking kind of like together. It's great. I love that little how that all just looks. It's very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And they do once again more of that center line hand movement. They did it in this one, and they done it in the past two choreos too. It's very nice. They have great little hand movement, and they're all so in sync. How can you not? You know? We will be watching, not until after we get done the albums, but I do have like their blindfolds choreo we're gonna be doing, and then a couple of like 2-time sped up ones that I have a nice little playlist. So we'll be watching those too, because I'm very excited to kind of see their blindfold, because everybody talks about it, and I can't wait to see it. Very exciting time. Yeah, I love that little bounce drop. This choreo is so much more intense and sharper, in my opinion. Like right here, it just hits a little harder. A little like spin. Love this. A little hands. Looks great. This too. It's so groovy. Such a groovy little piece. Once again, that soul circle. Woo. They have great line formation in this. The opening up. Little spots. Ooh, yeah. It hits so hard. That little spin looks great. I love this choreo. It's just so clean. It really is. Like, really, so clean. There's just something about it, really. With the little tiny details, especially with her, like, there was that right at the beginning too, that little drop move, that little bounce that they do, and they're all so in sync right there. Very good. They're all so good. Their synchronization is a top tier. There's several groups, especially when you get into larger groups, where you have these very interesting formations where their members are just all just on point. Very, very insane. There was a lot of movement in that one too. The ups and downs. You had like a little bit of leveling where some of them will be a little lower, some higher. We had the circle formation a couple times. Once again, comes into play. We pretty much have had one in every single choreo on this playlist. They were all going around so on that one time, like in that circle, which was very intriguing. And then they would like step out into like this V formation. That was great. That was really good. But yeah, I just love it. There's a lot of good stuff. And a little popping and locking in this choreo. It just hits harder. I love, like, for me in this, I love watching Shimbi in this this choreo especially. She just seems as though she's a little bit in her element. Her movement is so clean, especially when they go into those popping and locking type moves. My eye always just like drifts to her. She just is like, it's so eye-catching. I absolutely love it. They all do fantastic, but Shimbi, just 10 out of 10. I adore her. Very, very good. But her movement's so sharp. And especially even those little like popping like drops. Just the way that she does it sometimes just adds that little extra main dancer energy for real in this choreo. Very, very good. That's it. That's the choreo dance practices for this. We will have one other dance practice for the next set of albums, so we'll be doing that right after we do the last set. And then we do have a couple more little fun videos to go through, lore videos. I have some other stuff planned out, so next couple weeks / beginning of June we'll be wrapping this up. So I just want to say thank you everybody who's been joining in, commenting on the videos. I really appreciate it. I love reading your comments, as well as just hanging out over in the Discord, giving me recommendations, chatting about stuff. We've been having a grand old time over there, especially around all these lore videos. I've been helping out, making sure I get some good ones to watch. So I really, really appreciate it. And thank you. You guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.